NBA fans, it is that time of the year again. I'm a little late to this one, but recently in the past couple months, the brand new NBA championship ring has been revealed for the Boston Celtics, the 2024 NBA champions, which means that the previous list is now outdated, so I had to make a new video for you guys, and as a Celtics fan, I really couldn't be more excited for this video. The NBA has been giving out championship rings since 1947, so obviously not to overwhelm you guys and to make this video outrageously long, this will include the 50 most recent NBA rings, which is perfect because before these 50 rings, the design was super bland and repetitive anyway, so it would not be an entertaining video. That means our cutoff is the 1975 Warriors rings, and we'll be ranking everything from then till now. That means I'm ranking 10 more rings than I have in the previous video, so I'll be going through these rings rather quickly to not make a long video. I gave more lengthy ring reviews in my previous video, so feel free to check those out if you really want to know my true and specific opinions on a ring. As far as my preference goes, I do prefer the newer rings than the older rings. Despite the older rings being more practical to wear, I'm ranking these rings off of overall beauty and design, as well as all the little Easter eggs included. So you can expect a lot of the older, less designed rings to be lower on this list, while the newer, more designed rings closer to the top. Appreciate you guys for joining today. Feel free to like and subscribe to help out the channel, which has been growing a lot even though I've been away recently, so I appreciate you guys a lot, and I'm back for real this time, and we'll be back to consistent weekly uploads. But now it's time for the actual list. Let's rank these 50 NBA rings from worst to best. Kicking off the list at number 50 is the 1987 Lakers ring. Very simple design, maybe a little too simple for the time it's created, but I do appreciate the 5 diamonds in the center representing their 5 rings they won while in LA. From positions 49 to 44, these are all very similar rings with pretty much the same repetitive design, so I'll roll through them rather quickly, with their differences being just very minor details. At 49, we have the 77 Trailblazers ring. We see the style in these rings of a diamond in the center, a basketball outline behind it, and then NBA World Championships around it. At 48, we have the Celtics 1976 ring. At 47, we have the Warriors 75 ring. At 46, we have the Bullets 1978 ring. At 45, we have the Lakers 1980 ring. And at 44, the greatest out of this style of ring, the 79 Sonics ring. The Sonics ring has a little bit sharper detail, and I do enjoy the green Supersonics logos on the side of the ring. At 43, we have the 1988 Lakers ring. On these rings, we start to see more color incorporated, such as the Lakers purple, and a lot more presence of diamonds, as you can see with the diamond in the center, as well as the ring around. Once again, we have another batch of very similar rings, with at number 42, the 1982 Lakers ring, at 41, the 1981 Celtics ring, and the best of the 3, the 83 Sixers ring. The Sixers ring is the newer out of the 3, which is why it looks the most polished. At number 39, we have the 1990 Pistons ring. Very clean, sleek design. It has the Pistons red, and I like the rhombus-shaped diamond in the center. At 38, we have the 92 Bulls ring. The more I look at this ring compared to previous years, I just think it's a very clunky looking ring. The diamonds on the outside look like they don't really belong, even though I know it represents the stadium styled seating. Definitely more designed than the previous ring, obviously why it gets this placement, but I would love to see some Bulls red or even the logo included. At 37, we have the 1985 Lakers ring. This is the first ring to feature the Larry O'Brien trophy as its centerpiece, and it happens to be surrounded by that Lakers purple. At number 36, we have the 84 Celtics ring. I really like the clover in the center. I think it just fits perfectly with this ring design, and of course the classic diamond in the center. At 35, we have yet another Celtics ring, the ring they won 2 years later. This is their 86 ring. Pretty much same style as the last ring, besides the centerpiece is the beautiful Larry O'Brien trophy rather than just a simple diamond. At 34, we have the Lakers 2000 ring. They really could not have crammed more diamonds into this singular ring, as you see the Lakers text logo in the center, with a plethora of diamonds surrounding it, as well as more diamonds on the outside ring. Placing at 33, we have the 1996 Chicago Bulls ring. Just like the last Bulls ring that was mentioned, I wish there was the Bulls logo and some red coloring here. But you can't lie, the 4 frontward-facing Larry O'Brien trophies in the center signifying their 4 championships does look really cool. Here at 32, we have the Spurs 99 ring. The actual Spurs logo in the center looks amazing with those cut diamonds. More diamonds line up the outside of this ring. I just wish that there was some text somewhere on the front face of the ring, because it kind of looks like an unfinished product. At 31, we have the 2006 Miami Heat ring. A beautiful, well-detailed Larry O'Brien trophy in the center. And I mean, the rest of the face of this ring looks incredible too. The diamonds are layered perfectly, and the black, gold, and silver match. Cracking our top 30, we have the 2001 Lakers ring. The 2 Larry O'Brien trophies in the center signify the back-to-back championships, and I like the gold background behind them. At 29, we have the Bulls 98 ring, the final of their 6. And that's clearly shown here by the giant Larry O'Brien outline in the center with the 5 other trophies inside of it. A very unique ring design, and I do think that they pull it off, but I would like to see some Chicago Bulls red and maybe some text on the face of the ring. At 28, we have the 94 Rockets ring. Once again, very simple Rockets logo in the center surrounded by diamonds, clean and effective. At 27, we have the 89 Pistons ring, which is really good for its age. I love how they incorporate the logo, and instead of the text of the logo, it's the Larry O'Brien trophy instead. Very clever and a good use of coloring as well. At 26, we have the 2003 Spurs ring. Once again, one thing that's common with all these Spurs rings is that the logo is always done perfectly on them, and the rest of the ring carries its load. We are entering the halfway point of the list at number 25 with another Spurs ring. This is their 07 ring. Pretty much just a newer, more modern, detailed version of the previous ring, and the gold breaks it apart a bit better. At 24, we have the Boston Celtics 2008 ring. A very simple design, but the clover is done nicely and really pops out against the silver background. At 23, we have the 1995 Rockets ring. Very clearly their second ring, as with the 2 trophies in the center, and I like how they have the individual diamonds in the trophies as well. The red background brings the perfect coloring that this ring needed. At 22, we have the first Bulls ring, their 1991 ring. Once again, this is a common theme across all the Bulls rings. Where is the red at? But I can't complain, as the bull is so carefully detailed and designed that it looks amazing in the center against that black background. It really pops out, even though I think they could have done a little more with the face of this ring, as there's a lot of open space, but overall I enjoy it. At 21, we have the 2009 Lakers ring. I like the circular shape this ring goes for, and is absolutely crammed with diamonds and a nice Larry O'Brien trophy behind the Lakers font. A very grand looking ring. Entering the top 20, we have the 2005 Spurs ring. Very clever use of the Spur logo being the U, nicely organized ring throughout, including the trophy in the background. At number 19, we have the 97 Bulls ring. Now, I really like how this ring takes a risk. It doesn't follow the same shape as all those cookie cutter rings. Instead, the entire shape of the ring is based off of the Bulls logo, which I think looks really cool. The actual bull is filled with diamonds and goes nicely against that gold background. At 18, we have the 2004 Pistons ring. Standard design of the team name and the Larry O'Brien trophy in the background. Wish they kind of had the logo and maybe a little more color, but at least there is that blue outline. At 17, we have the 2010 Lakers ring. A back-to-back, which is why there's trophies on each side of the ring. I really enjoy the basketball outline in the center with the Lakers text in the middle. And the rest of the ring is absolutely blanketed in diamonds. Definitely a very blingy, kind of show-offy ring. At 16, we have another Spurs ring. This is their 2014 ring. Once again, age is a huge factor here, as it's a newer Spurs ring, which means just the overall design is a little more precise, a little more clean. The Spurs logo is looking better than ever, as well as the trophy behind it. At 15, we have the 2013 Heat ring. 2 Larry O'Brien trophies in the center for the back-to-back, and I like how there's a diamond at the top of the basketball on each trophy. And we do have the Miami Heat text logo, which is why at number 14 we have their previous ring from the 2012 season. I always go back and forth on these 2 rings, but overall I personally prefer when a team has their main logo in the front, as I feel like it is a little more characterized for that team, but I also like the detail of how the Larry O'Brien trophy is going through the rim on the Heat logo. Super clever. At number 13, we have a ring that even as a Celtics fan I appreciate a lot compared to most. We have the 2002 Lakers ring. This is a very smart and cool ring, as they focus on the triangle design here. And this has multiple meanings. Obviously, triangles are known for the number 3 sides, 3 points, which represents the Lakers going back to back to back, as you can see with the text in the center. But it also is a reference to the Lakers' iconic triangle offense that they ran during this time. I love that callback. It's a very intricate ring, and I love the purple right in the middle. At number 12, we have the Warriors' first ring in their 2015 season. They utilize the same design in all 4 of the rings, but I absolutely love it. The Bay Bridge within the circle looks absolutely great on a championship ring. Maybe a bit more color would have been nice, but I do like the player number on the top right. At 11, we have the 2011 Mavericks ring. One of the more intricately designed logos you'll see on a ring. I love how they break apart this logo and kind of mesh it into the ring, with the blue background really making the actual Maverick pop out. The rest of the ring is layered and organized nicely with a heavy presence of silver. We are finally entering our top 10. Every ring from here on out is absolutely elite. And we start out with the 2017 Warriors ring. Similar design to the previous ring that they won 2 years prior, but the color is broken up much more nicely here. We get the Warriors blue, which is really missing on most of the last ring, but a perfect use of blue, gold, and silver. Nothing feels overpowered, and they really mesh together nicely. Really, the final main difference of this ring is the Larry O'Brien trophy being behind the Bay Bridge instead of the player's number, which I prefer. At 9, we have the 2019 Raptors ring. This ring could have been heavily improved with more inclusion of that Raptors red. We only see rubies along the outside of the ring, But let's focus on the positives. The reason that this ring is up so high is because of its amazing design. Having the Toronto skyline on the ring looks absolutely amazing with the Larry O'Brien trophy down the center, and then the north going across the center of the ring just adds extra more detail and looks great. It meshes so well. At 8, we have the 93 Bulls ring. Incredible for its age, considering it was made over 30 years ago. The Bulls logo on this ring looks like one of the best logos that we see out of any ring. A very strong ruby color goes nicely against the silver diamonds in the back. And you can definitely tell that they put a lot of effort into this ring as the bull is crafted perfectly. At number 7, we have the Warriors' most recent ring, their 2022 ring. Once again, the same Bay Bridge design with the player's number in the top right corner. I do think the coloring on the previous Warriors ring I mentioned is a little better. They kind of went a little crazy with the gold here. But the shining point of this ring is the feature that you can actually rotate the ring open, revealing a number of Larry O'Brien trophies that is respective to each player's championship count. So Stephen Curry, when he opens his ring, will have 4 Larry O'Brien trophies because of his 4 championships, obviously, which is such a cool feature, and I love how it's catered to each specific player. At number 6, we have the 2020 Lakers ring. The purple amethyst looks really cool against the gold background. I like the Lakers' secondary logo being featured on the front of the ring. There's another purple amethyst ring around the logo just to give it that more purple color. And then the beauty of this ring, once again, is found on the interior. Obviously, 2020 was the sad passing of Kobe Bryant, so they made the inside of the ring a nice tribute to him as it showed all the retired numbers with special emphasis on his number 8 and 24 jersey numbers, as well as the background resembling Mamba scales, which I think is a really cool touch and a nice tribute, which was added to an already super nice looking ring. At number 5, we have this year's brand new 2024 Celtics ring. This ring does not lack any color. Green is filling the front of this ring. Gold surrounds the outsides, and then all the text and outlines are made with silver. Once again, a really nice composition of colors that mesh perfectly. The clover design on the front is pretty simple, nothing too intricate. However, obviously, with this being one of the newer rings, you can open this ring as well. On the inside of the ring, that reveals the Celtics 2024 miniature championship banner with the numbers of every single player on the roster. And then on the interior of the ring cap, it features pieces of the home parquet floor with the date and score of the team's championship clinching game against the Mavericks in Game 5. A super cool brand new ring, and I think 5 is a pretty reasonable spot to put it. At number 4, we have the 2016 Cavaliers ring. Now, huge props to this ring for being the highest placing ring that does not open or the front doesn't change or anything along that matter. What you see with this ring is what you get, and that honestly is no problem at all because we might be looking at the greatest face of an NBA championship ring in the league. The super sleek 2016 Cavs logo envelops the Larry O'Brien trophy. It's just a design that is super clean, the coloring is great, and it's easy to look at, and also the circular shape of this ring makes it look nice as well. Just an absolutely amazing ring, and it goes to show that you don't really need to have all these cool features to be a top ring in the league. Now, it was really tough to choose between that and the number 3 placement, the 2018 Warriors ring, which will be earning the bronze. If you want to talk about a beautiful ring face, then look no further to this ring as well. In my opinion, this is the best rendition of the Bay Bridge. The blue sapphire background looks the best as well. You have the player number in the top right. In this being the second Warriors ring with this roster, there's a Larry O'Brien trophy on each side, which looks amazing. Better yet, if you're not a huge fan of the blue color and you prefer white, you can actually flip the front face of this ring over to exchange the color. Super cool how it's customizable, and honestly both faces look really nice. I personally prefer the blue face, but the fact that there is this extra level of customization is simply amazing. Just missing out on the top spot once again is the number 2 2021 Bucks ring. An amazing ring face, the Milwaukee Buck in the center and its beautiful green coloring is perfectly centered. The Larry O'Brien trophy peeking out from the antlers of the Buck. The rest of the exterior is a clean, sharp white, which looks amazing, but once again, the interior has a lot to offer as well. Opening up the ring, there's a QR code that you scan and it delivers you the 2021 Bucks season highlights, which is a super cool feature. And then my favorite feature personally is how the cap of the ring, once you take it off, has a little hook that you can attach it like a pendant. So you can hang it in various locations and even attach it to a chain, which I think is super cool. And what's super cool is that this is an exclusive feature on the Bucks ring. You can look around all major sports, but there's not a single other championship ring that has this pendant feature. So I think it's really cool in that regard. An astounding ring, but once again, number 1 on our list, we have the 2023 Denver Nuggets championship ring. Last year, I was kind of worried that my placement was recency bias since it literally was just released at that point. But I'm happy to say even a year later, the hype has not worn off at all for me. I still think this ring is just as good, and the features as well as the face are simply incredible. I mean, firstly, let's start out with the exterior of this ring. Simply incredible how they kind of just completely transformed that Nuggets logo. As you can see, the mountains, the pickaxes, those are all taken from the actual current Nuggets logo and transformed into this ring, which they've done effortlessly. I mean, the dueling pickaxes look so cool. The Larry O'Brien trophy in the center. You have a perfect mix of color of silver, gold, red, and blue throughout the ring. There's a lever that you're able to turn, and it changes the color of the front of the ring from blue to white. Once again, just giving this ring so much more variety for those with different preferences. The exterior is done flawlessly. It probably would be a top 3 ring by the exterior alone, but that's not even the highlight of this ring yet. The true highlight is the fact that you can pop out a secondary ring that is located inside the main ring that is more compact, easier to wear, and includes the Denver Nuggets 2023 championship banner on it. This is so cool how it pretty much is 2 rings in one, and also just offers a much more convenient way to wear this around, rather than this enormous gaudy ring that was revealed. Overall, a ring that's just perfectly executed on every single front. I can't wait to see a ring that will somehow top this ring in the future, but man, is that going to be difficult, because I honestly don't know what more you could do with a ring. With all of that said, that is why I believe that the 2023 Denver Nuggets ring is the greatest NBA championship ring. I appreciate you guys for watching today. Feel free to leave likes, subscribe, help out the channel grow. It's been growing a ton recently, so thank you guys for that. Definitely make sure to comment as well any thoughts you have, any cool information that I might have missed as I was quickly going through these rings. And even feel free to put your own rankings down below. I'm always interested to see what you guys think of the video, so your input is very appreciated. It's been a while since I've tapped in this channel, but I am back and ready to consistently upload again, so thank you guys for staying with me, and I will see you guys in the next Heaps video.